My name is Molly Prince. I'm a licensed clinical social worker in Salt Lake City, Utah. I helped found and am president of Utah Prisoner Advocate Network, also known as UPAN. We're a nonprofit. We were incorporated in October of 2013. We're a small group, getting bigger all the time, of concerned individuals who are mostly families of incarcerated loved ones. And in our spare time, we do our best to accomplish some objectives and goals. First of all, is to provide a safe and understanding environment for families and friends of incarcerated individuals to connect with each other, share their challenges, and receive support and information to help them to more effectively cope on their prison journey with their loved ones. We also want to offer support and assistance to incarcerated individuals, and we do that by identifying the challenges and problems they face as they serve their sentences. And then we try to communicate with prison officials and the Utah Department of Corrections administration to address and resolve these problems. We want to provide education and information to both family and friends of inmates as well as the general public for the purpose of improving the level of understanding of what happens in the prison system and how things work, which ultimately impacts prisoners, their families, their support systems, as well as the community at large. Right now, UPAN holds a monthly meeting where we invite anyone that wants to come. And we talk about a variety of topics in those meetings. We've had guest speakers that have included the auditors for the board, that have included prison officials. And we also have what are called family meetings where we get together and we just talk about the frustrations and the hardships and the issues that are coming up. We've worked really hard to develop professional relationships with administration of the Department of Corrections. The wardens we've been working to develop relationships with, and we have meetings with different prison personnel and officials on a regular basis. In 2014, the ACLU of Utah recognized UPAN with its Torch of Freedom Award for just the fact that we're a grassroots, all volunteer, nobody's paid. All of this is our own time out of our pockets, our own efforts to try to make things better in the criminal justice system. We also have been successful in influencing some criminal justice reform. This was realized in House Bill 348 in 2015. UPAN did things like go to a rally for reform, which was a rally on the Capitol steps in February of 2015. And a lot of our families have contacted their legislators and talked about the concerns that we have and the issues that the inmates are facing. And over time, our legislators are being more and more receptive and embracing the fact that while these people are criminals, they also are humans and they will be back in our communities. So those are some of the successes that we've had, and those are some of the ways we impact, or we try to impact and influence criminal justice reform and empower our families. Our system, I think, is broken because for so many years we've done things the way it worked 50 years ago. The status quo isn't working anymore. We have approximately 7,000 individuals incarcerated throughout the state of Utah in the Department of Corrections. That's in prisons. That's not even talking about our county jails. That's a small city. They don't always get the best medical care. Contrary to popular opinion, they do not get steaks and lay around getting all these perks that we don't get out here. There are nutritional issues for inmates. There are medical issues for inmates. There are programming issues to get into treatment in a timely manner or to get the kind of mental health or psychological or rehabilitative treatment that they need. All of these things the prison system works towards doing, but there are inmates that fall through the cracks. And families just don't always know how to help their loved one. And a lot of inmates don't have loved ones out here to help them. Inmates, while they've committed offenses and done things to go against society's rules, norms, and harmed people, they're still human beings. Our prison system is supposed to be based on the premise that we can rehabilitate, and the majority of people who are incarcerated will be released back into the community at some point. They will be our neighbors. They will be our clerks down at the grocery store. They might be our doctors. We want to give them humane and quality experiences when they're in prison. They go to prison to be punished, but they need an opportunity also in prison to rehabilitate. I think some of the biggest challenges and obstacles for UPAN have to do with us having the time to do everything. When you're looking at a system such as ours, there are literally dozens of areas that need addressing. And since we are all volunteers and we have our own jobs and our own loved ones incarcerated and our own families, we don't always have the time to devote to this. Money is an obstacle. We do take donations. We are a 501c3 now, so anybody that donates can write it off on their taxes. We all work off of our laptop computers, out of our houses, out of our cars. We do not have an office because we don't have enough funding to have an office. One of the challenges is to just remember never, ever, ever give up. I think that was Winston Churchill said, never, ever, ever give up. So we have to remember, okay, wake up tomorrow and tomorrow's another day and try it again. People who are interested in getting involved with UPAN can go to our website at utahprisoneradvocate.org. They can also email us at utahprisoneradvocate@gmail.com. Is it worth it? You know, there are times that I wonder if it's worth it, but honestly, if we don't do anything, then we're part of the problem. My favorite quote of all time is, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," from Gandhi. And so for me, in the end, it is worth it. We sacrifice a lot. We spend a lot of hours doing stuff for UPAN that we could be out playing with our families. But yes, it's worth it because it's going to make a difference in the big picture for the greater good for a very, very long time.